Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and 7-up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all again. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger 1 or 2. I hope not. Shout out to Albert Carter. We appreciate you. I heard your wife said that you were a U.S. vet. So we appreciate your services. We appreciate everything you did for our country. Thank you. Shout out to you again. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Labubu's are going crazy right now, right?
Yeah.
Now, there's this specific person that was interviewed recently, and he collects Pop Mart figures, like a whole bunch. He has so many.
Okay.
Now he told this story, and this is in the interview video, where he had like I think 12 on his desk, and he went to bed. Now this person, he has a sixth sense.
Wait, the guy like sleeping and his Labubus are on the couch.
Yeah, he had certain Pop Mart figures.
Okay.
Because Pop Mart owns Labubu.
Yeah.
Now he said, because he has a sense. After a while, like it didn't happen right away, but slowly and slowly, he would feel a presence of somebody watching him, right? And the only thing that's there are the figures.
Hell no.
And obviously at first he didn't he didn't look too much into it. But it became to a point where he really felt a presence. So he walked over to it and he looks at it and he feels the spirit there in not one, but in 4 different figures. Yeah.
Hell no.
Now, what he said was 4 of them might have had the spirit, and then the other 16 didn't, or the other how many other he had didn't. So what he did, because he said you can't just take it and throw it out. You can't do that because they'll get offended. Like the spirit, the spirit will get offended if you just throw it away. So what you have to do is you have to bring it. And he said that the figures, literally any figure, can be possessed by a spirit as long as it has 2 eyes, a mouth, and it's shaped as if it could be alive.
Those are Labubus, fam.
And a spirit could go into it. And it's literally any of these figures that just kind of look,
Yeah, that's real interesting. I want to learn more about that, though.
What the f is that, bruh?
What is that, bro? That's crazy. Red and blue, though.
Yeah, they told us to watch the waters, and now for some reason the waters cannot stop coming. They are literally coming out of everywhere. This is somewhere in Colombia. It seems that the earth is literally shifting, y'all. I'm talking about physically. The crazy thing is, y'all, it didn't even rain that hard, but somewhere there's a lot of water coming up. Like, is it coming from underneath the ground? Look at this, y'all. What is now, you know that there are mountains, so this caused a massive landslide as well, y'all. Look at this. Check this out. Just hear that water roaring, y'all. That is powerful. Now, have you seen what's going on in Santo Domingo, Medellin, y'all? They got the whole Charlie and the Chocolate Factory out there, y'all. Look at this. Y'all, we're literally in the times of Noah, y'all. Look at that, y'all. The mud flood. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Why is it coming in like waves like that? And again, it barely rained. So what is triggering this landslide? Wow. I'm telling y'all, our life is literally a movie. Y'all, and it keeps coming. And it keeps coming. Oh my goodness. Is that what is that? I thought that was a person. That's just some boxes. But nonetheless, this thing just keeps coming. Something is definitely waking up within the planet, y'all. Something is triggering all these events. Y'all see this. But yes, y'all, share, comment, and like this video for more. Let's get it. Peace in.
So, collective, I got a question. You know how I might ask, is it man-made? Or is it you think it's like, natural? What if it is natural and Earth is going through its own natural reset as well as the sun, our atmosphere? What if it's going through a reset and it's resetting itself? And what if they create, again, the fake clouds, all the fake shit that they create? What if they do that to compete or battle with the earth having its reset? So we say they trying to play God. What if they're trying to play God because God is out God in them? Like, what if God is controlling more than what they, again, God can control, and he does create, and he does do more than what they can do, but they're trying to compete with him. What if he was just turning, what if God is handling everything that needs to be handled, and they're trying to like combat with that, you know? Like, and then so they start chemtrailing, blocking the sun, or you know, the little things they do to stop the reset. What if that was the case as well? Which one y'all think? Either they creating it, or they trying to compete and stop Earth from making its own transition, stop God from doing what God does? What do y'all think? Let me know.
See, y'all want to see the dead guy hanging out at Fort Lauderdale again? Here he is. I mean, perfectly embalmed. He's been here since 1994. The only thing to me that really looks fake is the beard. Like, maybe they could have done a better job at that. But yeah, like, look at his hands. Just look, like, that looks like an embalmed person's hands and arms. It looks like he was sat up there dead. I don't know what the deal is with this down here with the razor blade. It's all very strange. It's really like a mausoleum piece.
We may now know the reason that this 19-year-old student unbuckled her own harness mid-air and fell to her death. Now, what people are speculating, and what honestly makes the most sense to me, is that the cord attaching Tijana to the boat somehow disconnected, and when you take a closer look at the video, it's definitely a possibility. Now, as you can see in the video, the first thing Tijana tries to do is reach up, grab the parasail, and it looks like she's attempting to steer it, which is something anyone would do if it just lost connection from the one thing that was steering it. And as you can tell by her background, she does appear to be continuously going up at a very rapid pace. And if that's the case, she may have felt like unbuckling her harness as soon as possible and jumping in the water was her best chance of survival. But there's still so many questions. Even if that's the case, did none of her friends or any witnesses get that on video? Why has no one spoken out? And is the parasailing company telling the whole truth? On the other hand, this could have been just a severe panic attack, but if someone knows something, we need answers. Let me know what you guys think. Rest in peace to this poor woman, and as anything comes out, I'll keep you guys updated.
Sad, man. Prayers to her and her family.
That is a deer running in the water. Oh my God! Is anybody seeing this besides us? What the f? That's a deer, bro. That's a f***ing deer.
Okay, my question would be, is the water not that deep? Did it not have a lot of depth to it? And like the eyes just automatically thought that it would have a lot of depth? I don't know. You know that we know that's possible. But why every time we see a glitch in the Matrix, it's always revolved around a deer? The two deers that popped up, the shape-shifting deer. We always see deers, bro. Y'all remember the deer that it was a skinwalker and it disappeared? The deer had disappeared and his neck was like off or something, and then when he popped up, I think his neck was straight. And when he popped up, he's in the middle of shape-shifting and his neck was like all slanted. Y'all remember that clip? It was like in the middle of nowhere. Let me know if y'all remember. But we always see deers doing some weird shit, bro. Always. Let me know if that's a reach.
So I know what just happened in China was bad, but check out what just took place in Pakistan, y'all. This whole village literally wiped off the map, y'all. Oh my goodness. And people are hanging on to this island like it is their last breath. And there's actually been people lost in this. Look at this, y'all. This water came out of nowhere like a thief in the night. Where's all this water coming from? And later on, the water became even more intense, and because the water's so strong, people got lost in the currents. That's crazy, y'all. The whole town is literally wiped off the map. Look at this. This is crazy, man. At first it was all the wildfires, right? It was like the fog that started all this. Then the wildfires came, and now the flood is coming in. The sun is popping off as well. Look at that, y'all. Y'all can tell it was hot there too. I'm telling y'all, man, we are literally in the times of revelations, man. This is the cleansing of the great mother that's taking place. This is crazy, man. Literally everywhere. People are trapped all over Pakistan. This water literally came out of nowhere. Remember, everything has changed with the weather now, they told us, man. This is interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Let's continue to get this shift. It's here. Peace in.
See, that's why I said, is that a reset from Earth or from them?
Die in that beard than Diddy wear.
All right, that's enough.
And I know.
That's enough.
I seen him. He shows me behind the curtain.
That's enough. All right, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna edit this out.
But still, put a note on it. You can edit that one. I don't.
Damn, did he say that?
Look very closely at Doja Cat's eyes, because she is trying to tell us something, and I was not expecting it. I, like you, was super confused at what happened to Doja Cat overnight. So I spent hours and hours researching her, and then suddenly I saw it. So let me present all of the facts before you, and let's see if we both reach the same conclusion. One thing is clear about Doja Cat. Even from day one, she was hungry for attention. In her teenage years, she would do and say crazy things to people on online communities just to get a few more views. At age 16, she drops out of school to produce her first track, which put her on the map. However, for reasons unknown, she went silent for years. But when she came back, she became world famous for the weirdest reason. It was a quiet live stream with only 60 viewers when Doja decided to perform an unusual meme-like song called Moo. And by just pretending to be a cow, she went viral in days, and her name was brought back into the public eye. Doja then had a choice.
A lot of y'all ask me why when we go to the studio they told us to leave the door open. When we, like, not open but cracked while you're recording. And the reason why they tell you that is because, you know, you can tap into Rain Man. This shit crazy. I can't even believe I said that shit on camera. But yeah, you can tap into Rain Man. Y'all remember I Make It Rain. Oh, I make it rain in this. Y'all remember that? Remember Umbrella, Ella, A. Yeah. And when you write your hooks, you're supposed to write your hooks in the vowels. That's how you can make it go viral. I'm giving y'all the sauce, bro. You want to write your hooks? Write them in a vowel. A-E-I-O-U's. The human brain, it attaches and it remembers it a lot faster. It's connected to it. It will. People start singing it quicker. That's how your songs can go viral. These labels, they know that. They know how the brain work. They know how a lot of shit work. That's just like, that's the tip of the iceberg. That shit go way deeper, bro. That shit go way deeper. But yeah, I'm telling you, my manager had me tapped in. She was trying to send me into the music, like full head in, but it was things I had to do to come with that. And I just didn't. But I wasn't even thinking about things I had to do. I was just like, oh no, I'm not doing that. That's just not me. And then opportunity started stopping. Now we got to build it one brick at a time. But yeah, to answer your question, that's why. But the music business, that shit get real tricky, bro.
What up, everybody? It's Angel Dust. I'm so sick of evangelicals who are pushing this agenda of supporting Israel because you think you're going to get a backstage pass to the apocalypse. Like, you're literally pushing this agenda of getting Europe and Christendom, whether it's America or Europe, back into control of the Middle East so that Jesus will come back, because at some point this is something that makes sense to you. Like, we need to support Israel at any cost. Forget America first. Let's have a second holy war 6,669 miles away, and this time we'll use drone swarms and atomic bombs. There was a reason the Knights Templar were burned alive. Leave us alone. Don't try dragging us into World War III. You want everybody to burn in hellfire? You want Jesus to come back? Leave us out of it. It feels like some people up there really want to bring back the Crusades and that whole thing. Shaking up the Middle East is not some game of geopolitical chess for Jesus. It's costing billions of dollars. It's not what the country at large wants. America made it very clear by voting for Trump we did not want to be involved in foreign wars on foreign soil. We cannot treat the region like a backdrop for America's sick, apocalyptic, wannabe ruling class. And let's be real, if Christ did come back, you wouldn't believe it anyways. You would think it was a government psyop or a hologram, and you know it. Give me a break. Peace, blessings, and shine. Jesus.
Hey, that's facts though. Like, gluten is about to confuse a whole lot of people.
Did you all hear about this? The fireball seen in the sky over the southern United States? Yeah, that just happened. It's reported by several news sources that this mysterious flaming object was seen skeet, scat, and shabdabbing all over the southern United States in the sky, and it was on fire. I got a lot of pictures of this thing. Here's one of them. If I saw that shooting out of the sky, I'd freak out. I'd freak out. And so did the people who actually saw this thing. From South Carolina to Tennessee to Georgia, all over the southeastern United States, people saw this thing and they took pictures of it. Yeah, let me show you a couple more. Like this one. Look at that. That is definitely weird. And as you zoom in, yeah, that's freaky, seeing a fireball fall from the sky. It's even reported that there were fires on the ground sometime after this thing was spotted in the sky, after you could no longer see it. But I want to know, what's really going on? Was it some kind of an asteroid, a meteor, space junk? Or maybe these guys are getting involved again? Let me know what you think in the comment section, Booshkies. Shabadoo!
Yeah, I'm in the dark. I asked y'all think they at war though. And that's a dude that's scared to go to jail.
I don't believe in coincidences. The Bailey sisters have had ties with the Rock Nation family for a long time. They was kids in this picture. I find it real interesting that the same week that the Diddy trial started, Halle Bailey comes out with this. She could have filed for a restraining order as soon as it happened. DDG receives an Ace of Spade bottle, which is a partnering company of Jay-Z. And shortly after that happens. But wait, there's more to the story. Chris Brown put Free Tory on his story, and not even a day after he gets arrested by police of something that happened 2 years ago, and now they're filing for investigation. What a lot of people don't know about Chris Brown is that he sent Tory Lanez $250,000 when he first went to jail for the commissary. He probably felt like it was his due diligence after what happened with him and Rihanna, which she is also a part of Rock Nation. And you see that Ace of Spades bottle again. Now the bodyguard is claiming that they couldn't live with themselves, knowing the truth. And the bodyguard said Meg lied about the whole thing. Went to court and swore on the oath as well. So I think the real question is, when is it time to investigate Rock Nation? I want you to realize something very clearly. This all happened in the same week that the Diddy trial started. They're throwing curveballs right now and expecting us not to catch them.
Is that a reach?
Bro, this AI shit getting way too good for my comfort. Watch this video.
Women, bro. I'm headed to Croatia, then Ghana, then Bali. I'm not dating, I'm rebranding.
Bro, I had to watch that video about 5 times before I actually realized it was AI. The only dead giveaway was LeBro toes was discombobulated. Bro, I even went to the comments just to make sure that I wasn't tripping. I seen nobody talking about this as AI. Everybody agreeing with what this AI said. Real life got a whole AI passport, bro, out here, bro. Yeah, y'all remember when we was saying this AI gonna get so good to the point to where we're not gonna be able to differentiate what's reality and what's AI. We in that time right now. The only way that I knew that it was AI was my spirit told me that it was AI. Look closer. Y'all gonna have to have y'all relationship right with God and be able to discern what is real and what is not. Because the great deception is here. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on what y'all think about this new AI and how good that is getting in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And if you want to learn on how you can make content, real content, with you in it, pay you passive income, comment down below hub and I'm going to send the resources in your DMs. This AI shit getting real.
Yeah, this AI shit, man. Getting way too believable.
Which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so.
One of the strangest places on the floor was only just discovered in the 1990s. The ninth degree is one of a handful of people to ever see it in person. Without a doubt, one of the most amazing things that I have ever seen in the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planet. It was in the Gulf of Mexico. I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it looked like a dark band. And as we approached it, the dark band became a donut. I saw this donut that was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it, I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of steam over it. And then I looked, and there was water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a ring of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. We went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off. And as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back to the shoreline. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Coincidentally, a few days after this aired on the television that he had made this discovery, when him and his friend were flying the helicopter, it exploded and he died.
It was this delta that sparked Mike Degree's interest in underwater filmmaking. Degree became famous for his work with Oscar-winning director James Cameron filming the wreck of the Titanic. He was working on a new project with Cameron in Australia when the helicopter he was flying in crashed, killing.
See, my thing is that, okay, to those who believe Earth is flat and there's an ice wall, to my Globers, this question won't really affect y'all, because y'all got a whole another perspective and idea and opinion on if it's a globe or if it's flat. But to those who believe that it's flat, my question is, y'all know how like it said that extraterrestrials or UFOs come from past the ice walls, and some people be like, okay, if planets aren't real, why does UFOs fly in the sky sometimes? We know they be in the water too. We know that. We know they be in the sky. But sometimes when they in the sky, they disappear. As above, so below. We also seen clips of the water, our water connected to our skies. Now, some people gonna be like, bro, that's weird. I ain't got a conversation for that type of person. Not with this topic, because they're already closed-minded. It doesn't make sense to waste that energy there. You know what I mean? Universe and life got to teach their ass a lesson. For those who open-minded enough, when they say that, I'm a believer of that. I don't care how crazy it sound either. I'm firm on that shit. I believe that shit. Because we haven't discovered all of our oceans yet. So nobody can tell me that's not possible. You can't tell me that because you ain't discovered all this shit yet. So until you discover it and you come up with a definite answer, you know what? I'm still not going to believe you, because I don't believe the 1% or the government. I don't believe shit they got to say. I need to see it myself. But my opinion is that you could go into the water, you can go into the ocean, you go deep enough, your ass will come out on that sky. You hit the right portal, because we've seen that there's loops. There's certain portal systems you can take to get you past the ice walls. There's certain portals you can take to get you to another planet, which is not a planet. it's really extra space, extra land past the ice walls. That's if you believe that. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Do y'all think that's what he discovered, but he just wasn't able to get through it, to get up high or get past? I'm just asking, to get past the ice walls? Let me know if that's a reach.
Is a 3,000-year-old Egyptian carving that looks just like Marge Simpson from the TV show The Simpsons proof of time travel? Oh no, but this is weird. So archaeologists in Egypt opened up a sarcophagus, and inside was a carving or a painting or an etching of something that looks just like Marge Simpson. Yeah, Marge, the mom from The Simpsons. Let me just show it to you. Okay, what does this look like to you? Because the first thing I thought of was Marge Simpson. I did, Marge Simpson. And when you look at them next to each other, you can see why the archaeologists were saying the same thing. So the archaeologists opened up this sarcophagus from 3,000 to 3,500 years ago from Egypt. And as they're looking at it, somebody said, I don't know if it was one of the archaeologists or somebody else, that's the Marge Simpson. That's the Marge Simpson. Now, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but it sure would explain some stuff. Like, how does this TV show, this cartoon, keep predicting the future and getting it right? Well, if somebody somewhere, maybe even somebody involved in that show, was a time traveler, that would explain a lot. Or then again, maybe it is just a coincidence that Egyptians 3,000 to 3,500 years ago had a tomb with a picture that looks like Marge Simpson in it. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is some weird coincidence related to that? Or do you think it's something else entirely? Let me know in the comment section, Booshkies. Shabadoo!
Shout out to Joe Gillsby, great. I am going to say, I don't believe in coincidences. I really don't. What y'all think? Y'all remember that clip? Also, I seen a comment of somebody saying they don't like Mandela effects because Mandela effects ain't nothing but just them editing things. We wasting our time. With all due respect, if you can be okay with something being on, you hang a painting up. That painting says, I love music. For an example. You come back in your house tomorrow and you see that same painting slightly switched. And it doesn't say, I love music. It says, I love all music. And you're going to sit back and say, bro, it didn't say all. It just said, I love music. But you know the powers that be change shit. That's not wasting your time if you asking a question off something that you see. Because today, they changing words. Tomorrow, who knows what the power they could hold as far as changing things in your future. That's why we ask. That's why I ask at least. Somebody else can say there's another reason why they ask. But to sit there and say it's a waste of time, no, it's wasting your damn time. That ain't wasting my time. Because if I see something that ain't right, I need to question it. And I need to know why and how and what they're doing. But if you don't want to question that, you keep getting pushed that way, and they controlling your time. Literally, if it's a waste of time, they're controlling that shit too. If you didn't know that. I'm just saying, man, I see some crazy shit, and these are people, so we gotta apply pressure. If this was my family member, I'm gonna apply pressure. If we still don't agree, then it is what it is. I respect it, bro. We still family. That's how I look at it. So, but I thought that was crazy seeing that. Like, that's a waste of time. Oh shit, okay. See what you value then.
Child directed the most iconic scene in I Know What You Did Last Summer. In the original film, there is a scene where Jennifer Love Hewitt stands in the middle of the street and she screams, "What are you waiting for?" It's dramatic, it's weird, and it totally sticks with you. And it turns out that moment wasn't even the original plan. They would never do this nowadays, but there was a fan contest when the movie was made. And the prize for the winner was that they got to direct a scene in the film. Yeah, like actually direct it, get to make choices, and everybody had to just go with it. On set with the actors, and this one would be used in the real film itself. So this kid tells Jennifer Love Hewitt, "I want you to stand in the middle of the street, and I want you to spin around while saying your lines, and I want you to yell them." Like, he just had this whole vision. And apparently everyone on the team was like, yeah, this actually works, okay. They filmed it and they loved the vibe, so they ended up keeping it in the real film.
He's just out there and he's watching us and waiting. What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
It's crazy to me that a random idea from a literal child is one of the most recognizable pieces of 90s horror. Like, think about it, this scene was spoofed, they did it in Scary Movie, and it was all thanks to this random kid, I can't even find his name, who won a contest. And to be honest, it kind of feels like it was made by a kid. It's so, like, unhinged and dramatic and slightly ridiculous, but it really works. Like, I really feel like that's what makes it so amazing. I've also seen people say, like, it ruins the tone of the movie and really takes you out of the horror, but I honestly completely disagree. It makes it so memorable. It kind of makes it campy, but you know how I love my campy shit. But honestly, I completely disagree. I feel like it makes the scene so memorable, and honestly, you know how I love my campy stuff. So maybe that's why I'm into it. But I think all horror needs a little bit of camp. Just a weird, bold choice that sticks in your brain. Like, how was this supposed to go before? She's like, what are you waiting for? She's speaking to nothing. Of course it has to be dramatic. Like, I feel like sometimes it's not always about realism, it's about a feeling. And let's be real, if this movie came out today, that scene would have gone viral immediately. We would have been like, me waiting for my boyfriend. What are you waiting for? Like, you can see the little TikToks now, I'm sure. Come over here for more freaky.
Hey, I was a kid, so I thought it fit. It didn't take me out of the horror.
Did you guys happen to catch the devastating and crazy storm that took place in Lake Tahoe? Keep in mind, the weather started off just like this, typical for the end of June, the beginning of summer. Crazier part of the story is, a DoorDash executive and his family and some friends were on this boat partying for someone's birthday. The boat capsizes and all 8 people on the boat are unalived. Now mind you, they're on the boat partying, enjoying someone's birthday, when the weather takes a drastic turn. As a matter of fact, take a look at this. Just take a look at how violent this weather turned from what it was that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Boats being tossed around, chairs, tables, everything. Just incredible how fast this weather changed and got so violent so fast. This is from the radar as that storm approached Lake Tahoe. Look how fast it intensifies and just takes over the entire area. Just as a reminder, this is how the day started there. It is Lake Tahoe. It is almost summer. It's the end of June. And if you're unfamiliar where Lake Tahoe is located, it's located right there. That's not even the craziest part of the story. After all that, they had a snowstorm. Here's an image that was posted online showing it snowing in Lake Tahoe. Here's another image showing it snowed in Lake Tahoe. Keep in mind, they had multiple weather changes in Lake Tahoe in a single day, that none of them were detected. They just came out of nowhere. The DoorDash executive and his family and his friends tragically all were unalived during this tragic event. But let me know your thoughts in the comments as to what you think is going on with this crazy weather that occurred in Lake Tahoe in a single day. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Prayers to Lake Tahoe again. That picture where he shows how the skies was, that's how the skies are typically all year long. Until like wintertime, we'll get like rain, freeze warnings, no snow. We're not that far from Lake Tahoe. So the whole West Coast, from even Vegas, I would assume, y'all skies are clear too. The West Coast in general, mainly Cali that I can speak on, our skies are clear. And it's typically just like, it could just be hot. Sometimes it could be clear and it's just a perfect day. We never have multiple weather changes. We don't never go from sunny, hot, or sunny, raining, and storming to snowstorms. Bro, it's typically one way. It's clear. If they say it's a chance of rain, it is no, the rain clouds approach later. No, they're there the day you wake up, typically. It's sometimes it's different. Sometimes the clouds approach and then it rains, but the big storms, we typically no one knows is coming. And we're told ahead of time. From all down the West Coast. Mainly in Cali only is what I can speak on. We don't get snow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Lake Tahoe does though. Reno, y'all do too. But it's just like, oh man. Either the planet, again, is changing or either they created that. But considering this a DoorDash exec, he pissed somebody off, I'm going to go ahead and say for entertainment purposes or something along those lines. It was somebody important out there they was trying to get. They only do shit like that when they trying to get somebody important. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts though. Again, prayers to everybody affected. Hey, look, another video just to confirm exactly what we already knew or what we already have seen. But you want to give people, you want to spread something for entertainment purposes, drop a cloud and watch how many people run up to it. And the people who run up to it and get near it, those are people who going to, you know, be unwell. That's all I'm going to say. I wouldn't be touching it and I probably wouldn't be running towards it. I just take everybody else's word when they get close up to it. I just can't trust it. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping. Y'all let me know.
2025 is officially becoming the year of all the crazy and weird things that are happening. So if you didn't see, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee all thought they were under attack or that the world was coming to an end. Tons of people reported to the authorities fire falling from the sky. You heard what I said. Tons of people called in to report fire falling from the sky. As a matter of fact, take a look at this video. Can you imagine driving and seeing that fall right in front of you? What would you do? Now, what does that look like to you? I mean, can you imagine though? You're just going down the road and you're looking straight ahead. It looks like a beautiful clear day, and what is that? There are a ton of videos of this fireball. Some people claim that it was a meteor. So you got to ask yourself a question. If it was a meteor, where was all the national coverage about it? Why is it that they're able to tell you about certain things that are allegedly coming toward the planet, and when something like this happens, just total mum, there's no warning, nothing whatsoever? So if you go back and check the video I posted about Alabama, where a radar picked up some type of explosion or fireball on the radar, could that have been a meteor as well? So once again, why was there no warning about this? When do you normally see fireballs falling out of the sky and landing in your neighborhood? If you're in Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, I mean, let me know in the comments if you saw it, and if you did, please share your photos in the comments as well. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That shit is crazy.
Oh yeah, he's right. Mande. Yeah. Hold on, mommy, hold on.
Guys, quick update on my journey that I'm having to go on right now. So ever since those people were following me around yesterday and my cell phone kept blacking out for no reason, they're still trying to get this stuff, get the footage from me. Came home, I packed my camper, I got the hell out of Dodge. So last night, right after I posted that video, I reached out to a few people that I sent the video to, and they confirmed that they got it. So I feel a little bit better about that I got some people that I trust that have access to the video now. So in case something goes wrong on my end or something happens to me, somebody else has the video, and I hope they get it into the right hands and not somebody that's trying to take it away. I drove about 8 hours last night, and I found a spot that I was able to park at, and it sucks, man. Like, now it's getting dark again. I have no AC, nowhere to plug the power into. I got no lights. So it gets freaking dark in here at night, and because I don't want it to get detracted. So as soon as I post this, I'm gonna have to turn my cell phone back off. But my plan is tonight, as soon as the sun goes down a little bit more, probably in the next 45 minutes, I plan to drive another 7 hours because I don't feel like I'm far enough away right now. I'm gonna drive 7-8 more hours and hopefully get to a spot before the sun comes up so I can get my camper parked and set up before the sun comes back up. So I don't know, guys. I'm still hanging in there. I'm going to keep you guys posted. I got to get my cell phone turned back off because I don't want my location to be known. But I am out west towards the end of North Carolina and close to Tennessee, right on the border. So if anybody sees me out, sees my truck, please, I'll take any of the hot meal. Would be great. But I'll keep you guys updated. Upcharge, baby. Submarine update. I got to get the hell out of town. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually kind of scared for myself right now. So, like I said, I've had people trying to get in contact with me to get me to hand those videos over. And today I noticed these two SUVs, they look like Expeditions or something. Today, within 100, 200 yards of me, those two SUVs were always somewhere behind me. And screw it, man. I went to the bank, I got out cash. I'm leaving all my debit cards and everything behind. I hooked up to the camper. I got my camper packed. I got some food, some snacks in there. I'm about to get the heck out of Dodge. I'm not sticking around no more. And, man, I'm just trying to find somewhere to go. I need to find some nice wooded spots where I can go kind of hide out for a little bit until I can get all this stuff downloaded on USBs and sent to family members and close friends. So if you have any ideas of some safe spots I can go and hide out for a couple days, a week, 2 weeks before I have to jump ship and go to the next spot, please let me know. I don't know, man. If something happens to me, just know that I was okay, man. I was always in a good mood. If something happens, it's not on me. It was out of my control. Upcharge. Y'all stay tuned.
This is one of the crazy. But see, what's crazy with that is even if you turn your phone off, they can still track that. Even if you go hide it or you go run, they everywhere. They still gonna come get you. Hopefully he good. Hopefully it ain't real. Hopefully this is just for entertainment. Hopefully it ain't true. Hopefully it ain't real. Hopefully this is all for entertainment. What y'all think? Do y'all agree with him? Y'all think it's real or do y'all think it's cat? Spam it up and let me know. Hopefully he good though. Hopefully.
Videos that you're going to see all week. I'm not going to lie. I watched this one several times because, to be honest, it freaked me out. In just a moment, I'm going to show this clip, and it starts out like one that you have seen probably 1,000 times. The ones where these ladies, these girls set up their phone on the ground and they do some kind of dance video. It's everywhere. This young lady, she sets her phone up. She's on like a dock that's out on a lake. And she sets her phone up on the dock, and unfortunately it falls over and goes into the water. But what happens next is bone chilling. What it captures in the water is the thing nightmares are made of. Watch closely, pay attention, and I've slowed it down. I've looped it a couple times. It's a quick video, but you can clearly see what looks like, I think, an old man's face. Some kind of face appears out of the darkness in the water. It's pretty clear. Watch it. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you have any evidence you'd like to share, my email is listed in my bio. Have a great day. God bless. Check this out.
I didn't see nothing.
A U.S. city just replaced 911 dispatch with an AI. Then the unthinkable happened. The call glitched. Bot couldn't understand. Emergency help never arrived on time. It's cheaper, faster, and scalable. But humans don't get second chances. And this wasn't science fiction. It was a cost-cutting move. And now people are at risk. Scarcity was picking up when you're calling 911. Because it might not be a person.
Bro, you can't even go to Krispy Kreme Donuts and talk to the automated, like, I don't know if y'all's like that, but ours is like, you can't even talk to the automated thing. You say you want a dozen, and that thing gonna be like, you want apple fritters? You be like, bro. And then you gotta just drive to the front and tell the dude at the front, like, look, bro, I wanted a dozen. Like, it just simple things like that. So if it don't work with drive-thrus, hell, it tripped with our phones sometimes. We watching a video and they say Google or Siri. It say Siri or Alexa, and they'll pop up on our phones. Like, literally, bro, it just be glitching and tweaking out. So why would you assume that you can make it a 911 call, a 911 dispatch? Shit, but man, cost efficient, lazy.
In South Carolina and Georgia got a message on their TV from the Anunnaki about us being at war and weather being crazy and things like that. Why was I left out?
I think they at war. Man.
Chat, so did y'all hear about the creator that ran into a vampire in Venice, Italy, and he no longer posts about vampires? Yes, Rich B. Rich B is a content creator that got himself in a little bit of shit, y'all. Rich B is doing a Venice holiday vacation season with his family. So he's stopping by, multiple islands and countries in the area. I know he went to Venice, Bosnia, and even Croatia. So Rich tells us a story of when he was 20 years old. He was in Venice. He said it was a very old man that told him it was a vampire that owned the shop. He told Rich the address and everything. Rich, being 20 years old, laughed it off, was like, all right, dude, and never went. Now this over 20 years later, Rich is back. So Rich takes it upon himself to go to the store and film outside the shop. Rich video goes viral. Before I go any further, chat, please watch the content you're doing. Y'all cannot go and expose where people work, where they live, any of their personal information. I don't care if you're a human, vampire, Rougarou, whatever it is. It's just never safe to do something like that. All the information I tell you guys is usually public knowledge. Most of it's Googleable. I get a lot of private messages that I cannot tell you guys about from multiple different entities. Werewolves, vampires, as well as witches. They in the comments with y'all. That's what y'all don't realize. But these are private conversations. I would never expose them. Unless they give me the okay to talk about a certain situation or topic, I usually don't. So that's the first thing where Rich went wrong, was exposing this man's shop. And I mean, chat, he's exposing, he's showing the outside of the shop, the name of the store, the relics that's in the window. Look at him, he's filming everything. Everything. Rich, like, if I was a vampire, this is where I would work. Strange books were in there, a red throne chair. Even the door was very interesting. There was like a door with a cage. Then further back was the actual door to the shop with another cage. And I'm assuming that's for daylight or whatever. I don't know why you would have two doors like that. Y'all let me know. I haven't been to Italy. Yeah, they had $12.95 up there on top of the shop. I don't know if that was the address or the year or the vampire was putting us on or something, but just too much information. Too much information Rich was exposing. Right after that video, Rich got this note. It was sent to his concierge at his hotel, and the concierge gave it to him. I know most of y'all do not read Italian, so let me just roughly translate it, because I believe it's old, or some dialects or some words that are not the same as regular Italian, but I got y'all. Mr. Richard, it would be an honor and a pleasure to host you for dinner one evening. I am sincerely at your service. Please come back and see me one evening. Safe travels. If you ever go visit Florence or Rome, please stop at the shop and come see me. Have a good journey. May the sea be kind to you. See you soon at Lazzarato. Might be pronouncing that wrong. At the vineyard. Senor M. Alright, y'all. Before the video gets too long, just follow me in the next part. I'm gonna post it right after this one.
This creepy as y'all. I'm literally just driving, right? And you see that horse? I think it's a horse. There's something in there, right? But I'm gonna drive on the side so y'all can see. On the side, y'all, it's a motherfucking fingers. Oh my god, he's turning. I can't show you guys. See him? Look, look, look. What the fuck? Why do you have people in a horse in that same car? That shit's crazy.
All right, what's the deal with all these videos popping up claiming that allegedly in parts of Georgia and South Carolina, people had their TV broadcasts interrupted for about 3 minutes? This happened just in the last couple of days. And during that time, a message supposedly from the Anunnaki aired, acknowledging the current chaos among humans, warning of severe weather events coming, and then saying that they were going to help. And then, right after that, people in these same areas reported seeing fireballs streaking across the sky, like multiple reports. So, yes, this sounds completely crazy, and I am skeptical, but I'm also open-minded enough to ask. There actually was a TV broadcast interruption in southern England in 1977 where a group claimed to be Ashtar Galactic Command, and they talked about human awakening. So, I'm being open-minded. Was it something like that? Has anyone seen this alleged Anunnaki broadcast firsthand? Do you have video of it or know someone who does? Drop any links, videos, or stories in the comments. I'm actually very curious.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If it was, it possibly could be gluten. Here's why I say that. They took over the cell phones. Anytime we hear extraterrestrials or the Anunnaki, they speak telepathically. So, if it was them, that shit would have been in your head. It would have came in as a thought. It would have came in telepathically. Something along those lines. For the simple fact that it came through a cell phone, it makes me think that it's them people who always controlling certain things. The 1%, you know, things like that. Another reason why I say that. What do we think Glue Team, y'all know it's Blue, Project Blue, but I can't say that for those who are new to this channel. Do we think that that's going to happen all on one day at one location where everybody in the world is in one location? Do we think that's going to happen? Because that's damn near impossible. There's never going to be a time where we're all in one location because we're all too spread apart in different parts of the world. They're going to do that shit periodically. In different locations. Spread the word. Let it die down. Do it again in another location. Another location. Everybody say they seen similar things in the sky, but none of them will be the same exact thing. That, if you disagree, let me know. But that's why I'm leaning towards. So I'm going to say this one is cat, bro. That's them. Predictive programming. We talk about when Glue Team coming. I think they already do it. If that's a reach and you disagree, spam it up, let me know. If you agree, spam it up, let me know. That's my opinion.
I'm pretty sure anybody who follows paranormal TikTok channels is familiar with Smug Puppy. And you gotta watch this video until the end because, oh my dude. Now I have absolutely no idea if this is real or not. They've had their channel up for a very long time and they have posted some extremely bizarre videos, but this one takes the fucking cake. Watch this.
I can't keep doing this, Kay. I've got a headache from
Yeah, it's not my fault. Oh, I'm calling on my phone now. Can you come through again, whoever you are? I don't think it's a good idea to play around with that.
It works.
Dad? You okay?
The dude's face changed.
Who am I speaking to? Brian, is that you? What are you doing? Hello?
Abyss. Abyss. In the catch.
What? You say it again?
I mean, with AI nowadays, you know what I mean? With AI nowadays, what if they have like an AI software? Hey, you know what? I'm not bad-mouthing them at all. I'm not, because I believe in the paranormal, like I really do. But this shit is just on a whole nother level. Watch the rest.
Dad?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you okay?
Oh, now my head hurts. My head.
Dad?
No, I had to stop it right at that part. If you guys want to see that video, head over to their channel and check out the rest, because holy shit.
Brian, is that you? What are you doing? Hello?
I always thought they shit was kind of fake. When I first seen it, I didn't. And over time, I was like, is it fake or not? I know I be trying to bring credible and quality videos here, but hey, his face did change. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I don't know. This shit kind of look real. It did. It really did. I want to see the whole video.
It's kind of surprising. Can someone explain to me why there's a door right here?
It's like you kids didn't even pay attention. In school, the rich family has their money back there.
Part 5 of Leroy's conversation with a Bigfoot. Take a look at this video and let me know what's going on, y'all. Let's get straight to it.
So, we enter the portal. He's like, the science over here is in reverse. And it's beautiful. It's like a purple black. And we walk in chopping it up, and then this opening happens. Hey, I saw floating cities, floating pyramids. I saw people. They was green, red, and yellow. He was like, now you see why they call black people colored people. He was like, the oxygen in that world is rusting you guys out, making you guys look like rusty nails.
I was like, what the heck? This is what this Bigfoot is telling me. And he was like, you know, the Copper Man in the New World was created as a joke. He's like, you guys are titans, trapped in human form. He was like, well, that's a whole nother story. I'm like, what the heck? So he was like, come here. He was like, he took me into this room. And there was this big old statue. I'm talking about a big statue. It was like this big old dude sitting down. And he was like, that's you. He was like, you are asleep right now. This is the form that you will take when you awake. And
do y'all remember that clip? I remember y'all going at him in the comments. Y'all, I remember that shit. I seen some people who was riding with him. I seen some people who was going against him. Y'all riding with him or not? That was a long clip. I remember that story.
I just want to say to American people, why you keep involve yourself in someone else's problems? Are you trying to be a father or godfather? You know, you American people, you pay your tax, and because of your tax, the world is dying. Why? How? Because your prime minister is keep involving himself in someone else's shithole. Now, America wants to jump in because Americans' friend Israel is in problem. Come on. You guys are in different side of the world. Completely opposite. So, America, stay opposite. Live your life happily. Leave us alone.
Yeah, America got its problems too. I mean, I respect his opinion.
Y'all, I'm literally shaking right now. Y'all, I know a lot of you don't watch all my videos, but 2 weeks ago or about a week and a half ago, I made a video about something that happened to me on a Sunday night. I saw somebody in my yard when I went outside to call my cat. And the way I described it was, whoever it was had a bag, a cream-colored bag over their head and a rope around their neck. Y'all, I know I'm not crazy, and I'll be dang if my town has just posted with the sheriff's office to be on the lookout with a video, and I'll be dang if my town has just posted with the sheriff's office to be on the lookout with a video of 3 people, and one of these people is exactly what I saw. I know I'm not crazy, and my dog was going crazy, barking and growling, and I know that they were in my yard. Somebody was in my yard that night, and when I popped out the back door, I scared them. They froze, but I was able to see that there was somebody there, and it had a cream-colored bag. Y'all, I'm going to post, I don't know if I can post the link below, but I'm going to post this picture in my comments so you can see what I'm talking about. I have chills, and I am scared, and this is not funny.
I want to see the pictures.
Minutes before the storm.
Satan, get behind me. Behind you is called the mouth of God, the medulla oblongata. At the base of the skull and the top of the spine is the most concentrated part of the melanin, substantia nigra. Satan, get behind me. Shoot on, get behind me. This is called, this black substance in India is called Akash. Akasha. Akash. You get the word Akashic records. The Akashic records is the melanin records. In the last days, the books, the records will be opened. And the ones who did not find themselves on the records will be cast in a fiery furnace. The ones who don't find themselves on the records because they ain't got no damn records, because they don't have any acoustic records, they don't have melanin.
Why would you say some entities seem to be trapped here on Earth still?
Because again, they're mad at God. They think that He's the reason why they are and why things are happening. So yeah, when they come to be in a form of an evil entity, it's because it's not out of confusion. It's out of the fact that they're upset for how things happen, either in life and after death. So when they are taking on these evil forms of entities, they have transformed from a normal human soul to an evil entity, which could tower over a mountain if they wanted to, with anger and frustration, by going around and absorbing everyone's positive energy by giving them negative energy and feeding off of them. And again, having a vessel would be like using your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters to say something unkind to you to keep that fuel going for themselves, that entity's self, not the person being used as a vessel.
Anunnaki Galactic War updates. Let's go. All right, first of all, let me thank everybody last night at 4 in the morning. I'm about to start tearing up here a little bit. Who like calmed me down and everything. Literally, I'm sitting here, I'm half asleep, zoning in and out, and I hear this loud cracking noise. I'm thinking that when we get hit, it's gonna be the booming noises, it's gonna be the lightning. It was a loud crack. I had a little baby mini heart attack. Listen, my dogs were going insane. It was insane. Thank you for everyone that came on and said nice things and calmed me down. I just wasn't expecting that, okay? Now, with the cracking, here's everybody else who reported cracking noises. Ontario, Canada, we got y'all talking about cracking noises. Chicago, Illinois, Ohio, the Cleveland area, SoCal heard cracking. Florida, different parts of New York City. Now, in my state, Harrisburg, Lancaster, York, Carlisle, Hagerstown, and then York County, all heard cracking. Bro, someone said it's the Golden Dome cracking or the firmament cracking. Something's cracking. Okay, something's cracking. Also in York County, they are reporting humming, like a humming like frequency that they're hearing. Bro. Oh my God. Okay. Police activity everywhere. The helicopters are here in PA. I told y'all I saw the cops circling, just circling. No sirens, no ambulance. That's how you know it wasn't like a car accident or a shooting or anything like that. They're just circling, trying to see what it is. They can't, there's nothing they're gonna see. Like, it's above us, okay? People's TVs are glitching. Having someone, where was this at? Somewhere in Pennsylvania last night, because I didn't write the state down. I don't know why I didn't do that. Maybe they didn't tell me. Make sure you're always telling me whatever's happening to you. I need to know what state it's in, okay? You don't have to say the town. You don't have to say where you're located exactly, but just your state. That they're having out-of-body experiences. Never had them before. Just coming out of their body, looking at the powers are on 2000, okay? Everybody's powers are on 2000. Myrtle Beach would like us to know that nothing is happening there. LOL. Okay, Myrtle Beach. Good. Nothing's happening in Myrtle Beach. Y'all are safe for now, okay? Also, Oregon has reported nothing's happening to them. New Mexico, Four Corners area. The ground is vibrating. Weird thunder along with the rumbling. We've been hearing that long rumbling noises. And premonitions. Premonitions. I'm telling you. Now, I haven't had any crazy dreams. And that's crazy for me. So it's just, oh my God, listen, I don't know that cracking noise, bro. I don't know what that could be. Now listen, at first I was like, because Michael told me he saw a flash of light when that shit started cracking, right? And I'm like, where, what area? And he pointed. I'm thinking it was a meteor, you know, one of those missiles. And I'm like, that might have hit the ground somewhere over there. That's what the cops are circling around looking for. Remnants of a meteor or these alien missiles. Bro, it's insane. It's insane. But yes, keep letting me know what's going on. Let me see if I got any other updates. Central Kentucky, bro. Y'all are getting it too. Especially NYC. Like, I can't find, I'm trying to find like, I can't find like a correlation with where it's happening in these states. Like Connecticut, nothing. Nothing in Connecticut. Nothing really in Iowa. Then all of a sudden last night after my ordeal, New Jersey just gets pounded. New Jersey's just getting pounded with the loud booms and the weirdness, the lightning, and the colors. But there's just some states that just absolutely have nothing. Like maybe they haven't hit them yet, but there's no like, there's no plan. It doesn't seem like there's a plan. I haven't found like a plan. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere, and then some places absolutely quiet. South Carolina, nothing. Like the Myrtle Beach said, nothing. There's no set plan here. So I don't know, but listen, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board with this. I'm going to go back and see all the new stuff that everybody else has said about their states, and I'll give you guys another update. But yeah, oh, and somebody wanted to make sure that I included that they put the anti-scale barriers up at the White House, at Washington. Now, there is going to be another protest, so we don't know if that has to do with that. We don't know. We don't know. I doubt that's for the protest. Could be. Anti-scale, come on. And then the 5.7 earthquake in Puerto Rico on the 23rd, and then the flooding in China, biblical flooding in China. Biblical. You know, where's the news? Bro, I have almost 33 states here. Where's the news? You know, why isn't the news reporting this? I mean, now, ABC News did do the meteor showers, but nothing. This is happening in so many states. I know people are going to the news. I know people are calling the news about it because it's weird. And not everybody is tapped in like us. Like, we can put little things together. We can put clues together and say, we seen the Nibiru a couple weeks ago. Now all of a sudden we're getting these phone calls. We're getting these telepathic. We're getting reached out to telepathically. Now this. We can put all that together because we get it, right? But to like the elderly people and to like maybe not everybody is gonna get it. So they're gonna be worried and they're gonna call cops.
So we're at Cedar Point and the entire park, the power's out. So these people right here up there are stuck and have been stuck for at least like maybe 10 minutes, if not way longer. And the train is not moving.
No rides are running.
The music is out and the train tracks won't go up. Yeah, so not really sure what's happening, but this is very scary.
Maybe just like this section.
Is this like normal?
No, this has never happened.
I'm like, is this Final Destination?
That's how I get. There's no power. There's like too much shit going on around.
Those people have been on there for
like
a
5
minute.
minutes.
At least. Oh my God, there it goes. I hear noise.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I'd want to be up there. I'd want to watch them.
At least they didn't get stuck like that.
See, I only seen amusement park only one ride, not the whole thing. Not the whole thing, bro. That I ain't gonna lie. If I was at the top, and it depends where we at on that ride. If we at like, imagine you being upside down and y'all stuck. They gotta hurry up and get you. Man, I'd be suing the hell out of them, bro. Oh my God. How y'all feel? Spam it up and let me know. The clip about the Anunnaki Galactic War, the updates and all that, where is the news? But nothing's been going on out here in Sac. It's been normal for now. Y'all let me know where it's like, what it's like where y'all at. Y'all hear cracking in the sky? I think it's the firmament. What y'all think? Y'all hearing humming? Y'all feeling those earthquakes? And shout out to Puerto Rico. Prayers to y'all for that little earthquake y'all had. But y'all know you made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you, even if you haven't subbed up. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. But until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know it.